Peace family, Michelle here from Supersfarm, and the gardens are coming to an end. Basically they are wrapping up, but I'm going to do some harvesting this morning. I'm growing herbs and a few flowers that can be used as herbs. I'm not really sure what all I have that I need to harvest. I was watering the garden, the raised bed garden, what I call my hot mess garden, but it is really where I have the majority of the herbs growing. And I said I need to do some harvesting. Walking a little funny this morning, I started my workout wellness journey, and 40 plus, I'm feeling it. All right family, so here is my lemongrass plant. I have been enjoying a little bit of the stalks in green tea. I read an article that said it aids in helping release some of those stubborn fat deposits around the belly. But I also like to put it in different types of soups and curries. So lemongrass is super easy to grow. I start the plants early spring. Now we're here about mid-August, and you can see the plants are really putting on nice size. When the weather changes, when it gets a little cooler, you definitely want to go ahead and have your lemongrass completely harvested because it does not like the cold. I thought that my lemongrass would come back from last year. I had 2 huge plants, but unfortunately they did not come back. We had an unusual hard freeze as well as the rest of the country last year, and a lot of the perennial plants that would normally come back didn't come back. So some of the other benefits of lemongrass, you can definitely Google this, but it's thought to relieve pain and swelling, also reduce fever. So those are all good properties. They have great antioxidant properties as well, which anytime I mention antioxidant, you can think of cancer fighting. You know, that is something vital that you want in your diet. So here I am just harvesting some of the lemongrass. Lemongrass is one of those plants you definitely want to wear gloves when harvesting, because the grass can be a little abrasive. I actually usually have on a jacket or some type of long sleeves, but not today. So when you harvest your lemongrass, you want to go kind of down towards the bottom of the plant and look for the thicker stalks, the more mature stalks. Because when you're cooking, that's going to give you the most flavor. I actually probably should have went a little lower than that. But this bottom part down here, this is really the most flavorful part. You can use the actual grassy part for teas and a lighter lemony flavor. Stay in this bed here. I'm curious to see what these sweet potatoes are doing, so I might just dig up one plant and see if I have anything going on. All right, let me see if I can get a good frame. One of my screws is loose. How many times do you get to say that in context? I'm just going to follow the plant till I can feel where there isn't any give, like right here. A little bitty purple one. all these vines. So I will go ahead and harvest this. Excuse me. I don't know how good she's gonna be, but oh, there's a hole in it. Well, we'll see. And we'll give these vines to the chickens. You can actually eat the sweet potato vines as well. I didn't plant any sweet potatoes this year. These are all volunteers from last year. So I'm gonna do one more. Oh gosh. I don't really know the words. But the captain of the sea heard my despairing cry. Oh, there's a bunch of potatoes in here. I don't know if they're gonna be edible because, like I said, these are from last year. I don't know if these are tubers from, I don't think they're tubers from last year. But I really don't know. I mean, they would be huge, right? Okay. So, here's another one. Just don't know. How edible. Uh-oh. I think I pulled all my lemongrass out. That's okay. I don't know. Just need a little. I'm gonna make some soup tonight. It'll be beautiful, but detrimental for sure. In here, we're gonna pull some of these chamber bitters. Chamber bitters actually have medicinal qualities, and I found that absolutely amazing. It helps with kidney function. You can have a UTI and just overall kidney health. It is a bitter, so it's not going to be very pleasant. I haven't tried it, but since it grows so abundantly, I'm going to. I know the chickens don't like it. We're going to move over to the Gomphrena. Alright family, so here is my Gomphrena, and this is the smaller patch that I have. Believe it or not, I actually have a much larger patch in my green stalk up by the work shed. But I started growing Gomphrena for the first time this year for our soaps with the Unique and Natural soap business. I will be sure to put a link in the description box below if you're interested. So the Gomphrena has multiple purposes other than just dried flowers and beautiful aesthetics for your garden. It's also a great pollinator attractor, but you can make a tea with the Gomphrena. And it's full of antioxidants. Like I said, we're going to be using that word a lot, but it has a very calming effect and helps to reduce stress. I've also seen people speaking to the benefits of using it for your wound. If you have a wound, you can make like a poultice. Of course, like I said, we put it in our soaps because it has awesome benefit for your skin. It has anti-aging properties. You know, again, those antioxidants are going to be great for preventing, you know, those wrinkles and those fine lines. So if you're not growing Gomphrena, I rather enjoy it. The color that I have here is blush, and I ordered the seeds from Johnny Seeds, and I went back this season and ordered 2 more colors because You know, we've been having a drought here in Texas, and this is one of the few things that is actually flourishing. Oh, my hand, sorry. Flourishing in the garden. And so, yeah, I'm definitely gonna grow it again. So when you harvest the gomphrena, just like most flowers, you want to harvest it early in the morning when they are full of all of the rich properties. And I try to get the ones that are fully bloomed, and I try to get them before they get too large. Like almost this one here is too large. Hope I'm in the frame there, but this one, see how it's starting to fall apart? That one's actually gone too far. But for those, I will keep. I will not send those for soap making. I will keep them and drink them. Ain't nothing going to waste, baby. I have some banana peppers growing in this bed here. My camera does not want me to be great this morning. But these are banana peppers, so while I'm here, I'm just gonna water them. Give them a little water. I try to do this about every morning, maybe every other morning. It's just been so hot. It has been so hot. The water, you know, peppers don't generally like to be wet. Like in a normal season, you would never water your peppers every day. At least I have not. But with this 105 every day for the past 2-3 weeks, yeah, I've been watering every day. All right, guys, so we're gonna move over here to the oregano. This bed has oregano, thyme, and a bunch of sage. This here is a stevia plant. And so the oregano is covered with pine needles, but it is quite a large plant. And I dry this out. I actually put the oregano in the dehydrator. It's one of the few herbs that I just go ahead and dehydrate because I usually harvest quite a bit of it. Last year I harvested so much oregano, I did not have to buy any dried oregano, and I just ran out of it a few days ago. So I'm gonna harvest quite a bit of this oregano. Now oregano is in the mint family, so it will take over whatever bed you put it in. Excuse me. So that's why I kind of have it over here by itself, because I wanted it to get really, really large and take over, and it's doing exactly what I wanted. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this pretty heavily. Some of the benefits of oregano, again, antioxidant, that is the key word. That is the word for the day. But it's thought to have quite a bit of vitamin K in oregano, and you see oregano in a lot of Mediterranean dishes. And you know, we've all heard about the Mediterranean diet and the benefits of the Mediterranean diet. But you know, vitamin K is going to be good for your bone health. Now, this stem here doesn't look too good. I'm not sure what happened there. Might have been at the very bottom, because I did just pull up some of these branches. So the ones that look kind of brown and yellowy, I'm not going to get those. We do eat this, so I want nice, green, young, beautiful, fragrant leaves. pretty much what I have. You know, the pine needles, they're not very sightly. I don't particularly care for them in the garden, but they do act as a mulch. Especially in the weather that we've been having with, you know, the drought and high heat. It's actually helping, so. Our Most High Creator is a masterful designer. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of this stevia. I see that it is going to flower. I wasn't too impressed with the stevia this year. It wasn't very stevia-y. It wasn't very sweet. Stevia, if you're not aware, is just a natural sweetener. Let's get in the frame there. Watch your eyes. And yeah, I wasn't too impressed with it this year. I did dry out, you know, a few stalks of it. It doesn't normally have a very fragrant smell, but the flavor wasn't, just wasn't all that impressed. And it might have been because of the drought. Rainwater has immeasurable benefits to life. This is what we're working with so far. There. See what else we can get. Alright guys, so here is one of my moringa plants. This is a dwarf moringa, and we're just going to harvest the green leaves. Unfortunately, some not so well planning on my part. I planted the elderberry, which this is elderberry back here, not realizing that I had previously planted the moringa here. The moringa was dormant when I planted the elderberry, and elderberry is very thirsty, and the moringa not so much. Moringa doesn't like to have wet feet, as they say. But you know, that buzzword for today, antioxidants. The moringa is full of antioxidants. It's going to help reduce inflammation, pain. It's really good for soreness. Excuse me. And I have another one here. It's a little bit bigger, but these are both dwarf moringa. My tripod is broken. What I'll do is dry out the leaves for the moringa and make a moringa tea. Moringa is a superfood. Everybody should grow moringa. It's super easy to grow. Alright guys, so here I have a mint plant. This is actually an orange mint. I have quite a few different mints growing. But I'm just going to harvest just a little bit of mint to help flavor some of the other teas that I just harvested. Alright family, so I am back in the work shed here. I just wanted to show you I have some gumfrina hanging up here to dry. It probably is ready to go, and once the flowers are all done drying, I package them up, and this is what I sell to Unique and Natural for our soaps. So I found these nifty little large clothespins. They're huge, from Dollar Tree, and I just, you know, clip it onto my grow rack, and then I will rubber band a small bundle of the flowers and hang them up there to dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and package those up, but let me get some of these herbs, in particular the new gomphrena and the moringa, so I can dry that. All right, family, so I got the herbs spread out on my screen here. Actually, this is an old window screen. Well, it's not old. It was brand new from the shed that we put the window unit in. I don't know, I feel like I have to just like, you know, sometimes people say things and you hear it and you're like, what, an old shed? I mean, an old screen. It was a new screen from our new work shed that I took off to put the window unit in. Okay. So anyway, I got the moringa spread out. Last time I harvested the moringa, I put it in paper, not a paper bag, but like a paper, just brown paper. I get this from various places, you know, when they send you shipments, like Amazon and stuff. I would just wrap it in there and lay it in there. But I found that after a couple times of doing that, and then I got tired of doing that, so then I just laid it on my screen. That worked well as well. So I'm gonna do that this way this time. Just gonna lay it on the screen, let it dehydrate. Now for the gomphrena, there's a little bit, for me, it was a little bit of a learning curve on how to figure out how to do this. And once you figure it out, it's like, oh duh. But for me, it was a learning curve. I've never done it before. You're gonna grab the stems at the bottom. This is the way I do it. And I also do my other herbs like this when I hang them to dry. You just grab them at the bottom. Alright, family, so I'm just going to continue to bundle these up. I will put a rubber band at the top like you see here, and then I will hang it to dry. So thanks for joining me on this journey of just harvesting herbs as I share with you why I harvest them or why I grow them to harvest. And I hope that you are encouraged to put some seeds in the ground and give it a try for yourself. We appreciate you, family, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace and blessings from Super's Farm.